Oh, well, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. If you follow me, you know it's been a hot minute since I've posted, and I am so sorry. I was on vacation and then I was working like crazy to make money for taking a vacation, so I have just not been able to record any videos for y'all. But no day like today to get back at it. So today I have a pretty intense flexibility session for you. The entire session will take place by a wall, and we will utilize the wall for almost every single exercise we do. Besides the wall, I do recommend 2 yoga blocks for this workout and water, or in my case, iced coffee. And finally, a yoga mat, or if you don't have one, something soft that you can put under your knees if your knees start to bother you. So listen, I'm going to label this workout session more of an intermediate level. If you're a beginner, feel free to give it a try. If anything starts to hurt your body in a bad way, please stop immediately. Remember, you're doing this to yourself in your home, so you can always pause the video if you need to take a break. Today we are going to start standing up. Plant your hands on the wall at chest level. Take a few steps back. We're going to do some spinal rolls. So you can arch on down, around, on up. Go as fast or as slow as you feel you need to go right now. We're just getting the spine warm. And the next time you're up, take another baby step back and just start pedaling out the feet, starting to bring some heat into those calves. Work through your feet, making sure you come to the ball of each foot individually. Both heels reach to the ground at the same time. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Step in close to the wall. Glue your right pec against the wall. Reach your right arm out. Twist away. Pec, shoulder stretch. And I've definitely said this in my other videos, but I'm going to remind you, this is something you control. So if you're not feeling a deep stretch, you can place your arm higher or lower as needed. Reverse to the left. And release. We're going to do it again, other side, this time bent elbow. Making sure you don't hold your breath. You're still breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And switching sides again. Next, exhale, peel that arm off of the wall. Make your way into a downward dog pose, facing away from the wall, feet near the wall. Have your yoga blocks on standby if you have them, ready to go. Have a couple moments of free movement in your downward dog, pedaling out, pulsing backwards. And let's place our knees on the ground. Grab our yoga blocks, place them on the high setting by our sides, pull the right foot forward, and tuck the back toe, lift the knee, rock forward and back. These should be little rocks. Try and keep your right knee behind your front foot at all times. And we will walk up that front thigh. From here, knee taps, tapping the back knee down, lifting it up. Try and lift your body less and less as you do these. We only have 2 more. And then last one, settle your knee, untuck your back foot, re-grab those blocks. 9 times out of 10 when I post a flexibility training video, I always have us hold a low lunge. And today's no different. Here we are. We're just sinking into our low lunge. Belly button is pulling into the spine. You're using your hands against the blocks to press yourself upright. In other words, do not fold forward. Next, exhale, press your hands into the blocks to lift your hips back. We're in our forward fold, wagging our tails. And of course, if you want to lose the blocks, you can place your hands on the ground at this point. as your right hip pulls on down, you can go in for that full forward fold, just relaxing the head and neck over, maybe walking your hands forward. And at this point, you might be thinking, Laurie, we are not doing this against the wall. This is called a wall workout. Don't worry, you guys. We will get back there. I just want to get these legs a little warmer first before we start shoving our human body into a wall. We're going to start to think about switching sides. So gently, slowly come out, re-grab those blocks, pull your left foot forward, press into the blocks, lift the knee, rock forward and back. And this takes us back into our knee taps for 5, 4, 3, 2, and you can leave it down again on 1. Just taking a couple of moments to settle into our low lunge. Keep focusing on hip extension. And we're here for 4. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth for 3, for 2. Last breath, hips reach back, wag your tail, hamstring stretch. Think of reaching forward through the hips as you fold over that front leg. Staying in our fold, feel our hamstring muscles elongating for 4, for 3, for 2. Last full breath. From here, let's place both hands on the inside of our left leg and make our way onto our stomachs. Press both feet into the wall, fingertips behind your head. We're doing 10 active back crunches. Use the pressure of your feet against the wall to help you lift your upper body higher. Make sure you're reaching with your nose each time you lift. There's only 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Come onto your forearms or your Sphinx pose. Heels of your feet keep pressing into the wall. Lower the shoulders away from your ears. Start lifting and lowering the elbows. Think about your upper back extending over a beach ball as you straighten those arms. We're straightening and bending 6 more times. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. And on the last one, we hold. Keep imagining that chest pulling forward and back. Next, exhale, pull your body forward to come down. Walk those hands in a little closer to your chest. Press back up. Just living here in our full cobra pose for a moment. Keep those eyes fixated on the ceiling or maybe even to the wall behind you. Palms keep continuously pressing into the ground. And once again, rather than just lowering down, think of pulling your body forward to come down. Good, everyone. Let's turn around on our knees to face the wall. We're gonna do a puppy pose against the wall, so knees should be about a foot, 1.5 feet away. Arms should be reaching up, gaze should be up, chest should be glued to the wall, booty should be sticking backwards. Make sure you are extending through the elbows. Hands should not be too far apart. I always say about a third hand's distance apart. And if this starts to feel a little too easy for you, maybe walk your knees away ever so slightly, sink your chest lower. If you're starting to feel tingling up your arms, don't worry, we're almost out of here right now. All right, we're going into my absolute favorite thing to do, which is the quad stretch against the wall. So grab your yoga blocks, place your right knee flush against the wall, right shin should be on the wall, your leg should be at 90-90, walk up that front leg, press your upper body back. Right now, we're just holding this, trying to isolate the quad muscles. We will get more into the hips and the back momentarily, but for now, we're squeezing the butt, pressing the hips ever so slightly forward, trying to isolate that quad. Place your left hand on the inside of your left thigh. Reach your right arm up and out to the side. We are going in for a side body stretch. Make sure you're reaching towards the side of your front leg. Keep spreading through the ribs. Then lift up. Re-grab those blocks. Walk your front foot further away. So now we are in a deeper lower lunge, and if you weren't doing that before, you were doing it wrong. Right now, your quad should be feeling extra feels. We're going to take a few moments just to enjoy them, sink into them, embrace them, love them. And then when you're ready, walk your blocks back, engage your abs, puff your chest forward, look back. Lower your blocks first. And then when you feel settled, start reaching your hands behind you towards the wall. Keep your elbows pulling in towards each other. Maybe you can walk your hands down to meet that back foot. Maybe you're even more flexible than me and can walk your hands all the way down to the floor and place your head in your knee pit. I don't know. I don't know you. And release. Come out. Send the hips back, straighten the left leg, going in for another hamstring stretch. And here we are preparing to slide into our first split of the day. As you lower down, make sure your back leg is pressing against the wall. You may not be able to go as deep as you normally do because you are forced to stay square in this position. If the back leg windshield wipers down, make sure you lift up, square off, and sink down again. I like to keep blocks under my hands at all times when I'm doing a split. I have short arms, so it helps to press against them so I don't forward fold down. Now we're gonna make our way to our half frog. So now you can windshield wiper that back leg. Keep the shin pressing into the mirror. Left leg should be straight directly by your side, in line with your butt. From here, I'm taking baby rocks forward and back, flossing through the hips. And you can either stay on those forearms, or if you want to get back into your back bend, I come up on hands, pull my chest forward, look back, cobra pose from a half frog. And release. We have another leg to do. Get your yoga blocks ready for the other side. If you need a sip of water, now is a great time to take it. And remember, if any part of that hurt your knee at all, you can double, triple up your mat, even put a pillow back there. Left knee goes back, front leg comes into a 90-degree ankle. We're walking up the front thigh, 90-90 lunge. Make sure your kneecap is pointing forward. It's not pronating outward or inward. And we'll go into our side body stretch on this side. So it's going to be the right arm that hangs out on the inside of the right thigh. And then the left arm will reach up and out. Lift to come out of there, wiggle jiggle that front foot forward, creating more space. Sink the hips down. And when you're ready, start taking the back bend on this side. Last few moments to walk those hands as close as you can to your foot, and then gently come out of there, straighten the right leg, slide into your split. And we'll get ready to rotate forward. So we're in our half frog. Now, I'm very sorry, my butt will be facing away from you this time around. And remember, we're still rocking forward and back. Baby rocks. And if you did it on the other side, go ahead and take your half frog back bend. Since our hips and inner thighs are now nice and warm, we're going to hold a passive middle split stretch against the wall. So sneak your booty as close to the wall as possible, let your legs slide open, and just relax. Let gravity take hold. I like to keep my hands pressing down on my inner thighs for some more weight. Also, if you have ankle weights, you can always put those on too. Keep extending through the knees. Even though this is a passive stretch, you don't want lazy bent legs. And as we're lying here, now is as good a time as any for me to remind you to please, if you are getting value out of this workout, hit the subscribe button with the notification bell on. I try and post new videos every week, so by hitting the notification bell on, you'll always know when there's a new workout or tutorial. Also, if you have any questions or if anything is ever confusing to you, please let me know in the comments. I love engaging with you guys and getting to know you. And with that mouthful, we're now making our way back onto our feet. We're coming into another puppy pose. This time our elbows are framing our head, hands are in prayer position above us. And once again, just like before, we're pressing our chest into the wall. Feet are about hips width distance apart, a foot and a half away from the wall. Keep looking up. Chin should either be resting against the wall or pulling away. Almost out of here. And release. We're gonna face away from the wall and come into an over lunge on our right side. Over lunge simply means your front foot is a little bit ahead of that knee. We'll restack our body up straight with our blocks. Then grab a yoga block the long way with both hands. Reach back, plant the block into the wall, and push. You should be trying to press your arms straight. I'm still recovering from a slight pec injury, so I have to be really careful. But what I'm doing now, you want your elbows even straighter. I know it feels like death, so let's come out of there. Be careful. Next up is a standing split in front of the wall. So same leg that was just forward, the right leg hopefully, will be your front leg in this split. Keep your hands on the blocks in the high setting. Slide your left leg up the wall, and you might want to take a peek at it to make sure it's not windshield wipering over to the right. And then start pulsing your crotch closer to the wall while looking upwards. And getting ready to come out of there and go into our over lunge on the left side. Make sure your right foot is grazing the back of the wall. That way, when you reach back, you won't be reaching back towards the wall into eternity. settle in, and then when you're ready, grab that block, reach on back, press away. Coming on out with control so we don't fall over. We'll get ready to go into our standing split. And the point of keeping our hands on the blocks is to keep a slight bend in our back. We want to keep our back warm right now because we're going to get even deeper into it in just a moment. Release, slide the back leg down. We're going to do another puppy pose. This time it's going to be more for the neck. So you're going to take a block on the medium setting, place just the tip of your chin at the bottom of the block. Reach your hands up, stick your butt back out, and you're trying to pulse your chest into the wall. If any part of your neck is dipping into the block, slide the block higher up your chin. It's literally just the tippy tip part of your chin. And this is a lot. So you can come on out, and we're gonna get into some more deeper cobra posing. Grab your yoga blocks, place them on the high or medium setting against the wall, slightly apart from each other. In other words, they should be no wider than your mat, but they shouldn't be next to each other either. You're gonna place your knees directly on top of them, and then place your hips on the ground. Come into your Sphinx pose. I like to grab the outer edges of my mat with my hands as I start to straighten my elbows and pull my feet in towards my head. This is way deeper than just a regular cobra pose. So if it's dumping into your low back a lot, just walk your hands further away. Once you're sure it's not too much, you can slide your hands even closer to your chest, rinse and repeat. And I've said this a million times, especially if you've seen my videos before, but when we do a cobra pose, we're not just shoving our upper body back, we're always trying to pull through and round back, turning it more into an upper back chest stretch. Keep taking mini breaks, trying to walk your hands in closer, and then re-pulling those feet in as you straighten your arms. It can take me a couple of reps until I can get those toes to touch my head when I do this exercise. So never give up right away. Keep trying. Sometimes the reason you don't have a certain amount of flexibility in one place is simply because you quit too soon. Your body needs to settle into these shapes. Last few attempts, and then ninja your way forward and make your way back to standing. We're going to face the wall again. Plant those hands back into the wall. This time, step all the way back and let your head and entire torso sink through your arms. So this is different from a puppy pose in a sense that you're completely isolating the shoulders and really stretching out the arms. As you inhale, you can come off it a little. As you exhale, just sink. Palms stay where they are against the wall and release. All right, once again, level change, and just FYI, we're in the home stretch. We're almost done with this workout. Hang in there. We will place our yoga blocks at an angle against the wall. Again, not too close together because we are going to do our wheel pose against them. So lie down, place your head just in front of the blocks, place your hands palms down on the blocks, and then lift your tailbone off the ground, press away. From here, we're rocking back and forth, little baby rocks. For 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, you're not coming down, you're stepping even closer towards your hands and rocking again, back and forth. For 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Last one, and you can make your way down. Pull your chin into your chest to lower. Take a 2-second siesta just to calm down. And then break is over. We're gonna inch a little closer to the wall and come onto our knees. Make sure you are about 1 full arm's length distance away from the wall. Of course, you can test that out by reaching behind you, seeing how far you are away. From here, look up, reach back. Start to press yourself away. Lift your hips up, straighten your arms. Now, try and keep your arms straight as you sink your butt back down. Notice how my elbows bent. It's because I can't do it. It's hard. It's the intention that matters. Last press away. And as you release the wall with your hands, see if you can use your strength to pull your body all the way up. Okay, last thing. We're going to put those blocks back against the wall. This time they're going to be on the high setting, flush against the wall. So not at an angle like before, flat against the wall. And yes, water break is recommended now. We are going to do a wheel pose again. This time your hands will not start out on the blocks. Your wrists will be directly in front of the blocks. You will press on up. From here, press your elbows straight, pump your chest into the wall. I recommend walking your feet in closer to help. We're pumping for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. On 1, stay up, walk your hands up the blocks. Pumping again, walking closer. We only have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, on 1 to get out. Rather than going down, see if you can walk all the way up the wall. Last thing up should be your eyes. And that's it, you guys. That is the wall workout today. I didn't do every single exercise I know how to do against the wall, but I did all my favorites for sure. Once again, I'm throwing that subscribe button out there. This channel is definitely a labor of love for me. I don't have